like that. You know, I had a conversation with Dee-1, a kind of rough conversation, because Dee-1, in my opinion, his brand seems a bit more, and I got a lot of love for Dee-1. When I speak about Dee-1, I don't want people, because some weird way they got it where when you critique Dee-1, you critiquing God. like you going against Jesus Christ or something. Not him in himself, but like because he stand for the word of God, that be careful when you critique him. But I'm a righteous man, right? So I think those tough conversations I'm comfortable having. But I think his brain is a bit more disconnected, right? It's positive, but it seems like it's a little more disconnected. Yours is positive, but it's still lust.
Yeah.
And I think that I want to take a little time and applaud that. Like, that's a beautiful thing, to not glorify the killing of the culture, but be killing the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to big you up for that, bro. Like, man, in a real way.
I appreciate that. That shit mattered to me. Like, cause I know how easy conscious can become corny and become unreceived.
Yes.
Right? Cause it's like, once people associate it, where it's like man, sometimes if you told me Jesus walked on water, it made me feel like, well, I can never be Jesus. Because niggas don't walk on water. Right. But if you told me he sat and meditated and took care of his people and then, you know, like, but it's like that quick depiction sometimes, like if you come off too righteous, and it's never a you thing, it's just the people receiving it. Like, you can never be too righteous. I can only receive you as too righteous. Right? So depending on where the people at, a lot of niggas will just write it off. But I'm still, it took me a long time to find a median between preachy and just human.
Right. Because my thing was with Dee-1, I was telling him, yo, you're critiquing rappers, bro. And so when you critique rappers, if you have a solution, give the solution to the world. That's what all the great creatives are doing. I'm not telling no particular person to come holler at me. I'm going to give my game to the culture. It'll show up on your desk. It's going to show up on your desk, dog.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving the solutions to the world. I respect the universe enough to believe that this will penetrate and hit the people it need to hit.
You know, I think sometimes... I remember I was writing the Fuck the Industry freestyle. It was originally called Fuck Double XL freestyle, right? And T was like, why so narrow? And I was like, you're right. Fuck the industry.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes I feel like his critique in Rick Ross and Meek Mill, it was still relevant. It was just narrow, you know. Right. It's like we could. It's a lot bigger, but he narrowed in for that moment. But it was still relative. Like he has a valid point. Like when you grown men and you telling niggas to kill niggas and slide still and perpetuate that, you do have a due diligence. It's like, yeah, you can't. I was at Sadhguru camp and he was like, you know, everybody look at freedom as like the ability to do what you can, and he's like, just because you can say something doesn't always mean you should say it.
Right.
Or can't do it, you know? Like, he was just asking niggas to be more conscious and valuable of their output. And I don't think that's out of reason, but it's also not. Niggas don't have to.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? My thing was, it was always good until you said, I want to meet with y'all to have dinner. That's my part. See?
You think it's like a nigga trying to get in the circle?
Come on. What I need dinner with some niggas rapping about killing, and I'm righteous. I'm the Christian man. I'm gonna tell y'all how to fix that. I don't need to come here because the solution is for the kids.
You know, though, I don't know. I think that's valid, because I think Like he's saying, I want to open the door for conversation, so I can explain to you why I feel this way because you're my favorite.
The world. No. Explain to
you
the world.
Just said it, you already said it to the
solution
public.
To the world.
Okay.
If I'm Meek Mill, like if I tell you,
nah, but niggas receive it differently through the internet than through conversation like this. Like we able to holler differently right here than anything I could put on the internet. Even if something happened and I went on the internet, I'm like, "Loon, nigga, you was at my house." It would never be the conversation that we can have like this.
Yes, but this is an overarching point that you're making. Again, why so narrow? So my thing was, there's no need for you to meet with Meek Mill and Jim Jones. My thing is this: if I say, "Yo, I heard they stealing Kia Sophia's," I don't need a line of niggas that own Kia Sophia's outside my house. I need to get on my platform and say, the way you stop them from stealing your Kia Sophia.
Oh,
right?
I hear you.
I need to put the solution out to the world. Hey, this is how you stop them from stealing your Kia Sophia.
Oh God, this nigga good.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the self-serving aspect that makes it come off as, oh no, get in the circle.
Yeah.
Have dinner for what? Get a solution to the world. It's more than just them three doing it. It's a culture of it. At that time, a couple of those guys didn't even have music out. Then Joe Budden come on the list. And it's like, yo, I can't wait. He told me, I can't wait to meet Joe Budden and hug Joe Budden. And I'm saying, for what? I ain't saying that you're wrong for being righteous. I'm saying that
I mean, sometimes that is the feeling though behind I can't wait to meet Hov and hug him.
That's different, bro. Hov done poured into this culture in a different way than Joe Budden. D1 ain't got no right. What you pulling from Joe Budden that I ain't respectfully, like I'm saying that a rapper, a Christian rapper though, a Christian rapper that's saying Meek Mill, Jim Jones, Rick Ross, y'all need not be.
But you know though, he's not a Christian rapper. He's a human.
That's right. And I know, you're right.
And that is the base of that interaction. When you put roles and titles over it, and these the rappers and it's a rapper, it kind of
no.
He got
No, because what happened was he the one inserted the fact that, yo, I'm feeding the kids and doing this for the kids, and y'all are destroying the neighborhood. So he brought them dudes wasn't talking about, bro. And I'm saying, if the industry has the problem, if you have mice in your house, you did.
What I think also maybe we're going too narrow. Maybe it wasn't even like it was only Rick Ross and Meek Mill because they had just dropped and they was on a promo run at the time, right? If it was somebody else on the promo run at the time, it probably would have ended up being them. Maybe it wasn't as narrow as them, but as narrow as the moment, and we're just making it them, you know.
Still, the solution is the same.
Right.
If your point is that, yo, the kids are listening. The kids are listening. We talking about Meek Mill and Rick Ross that sold, and let's put real numbers out there, 66K the first week. Mm-hmm. Man, we got people selling 200,000-300,000 of that kind of lineage, of that kind of climate that's dancing in that rain. Right. That again, putting that solution out, they stealing Kia Sophia's. This is how you stop it, right? So I'm telling y'all that, yo, this is affecting the kids, and I think y'all need to alter that. I think there's a way to do that, and I'm saying that it was okay until you said, in my opinion, I want to have dinner, right? What changed your mind about record labels? What was that switch?
It's been gradual. The bigger I've been getting, the better meetings and conversations I get to have because my leverage is higher versus early on. So now it's like I get to sit with a Tunji, or get to sit with a Dallas, or get to sit with this guy who's EVP here, and this is, you know, and the conversation is different at that level. And it's just been gradual, like because I've been getting to talk to these niggas and as humans,
right?
You know, like it's not just business. Sometimes it's just like a human build. Like Noah from Def Jam is like a dope human, like nigga beyond the bit, like whether the business work or not, he a dope human.
Right.
So when you meet the humans behind it and they explain it with their perspective, and it's not just an outside perspective because you knocking on a window and you think you know what's going on, it just it alters it a lot.
Thanks for watching this clip from It's Up There podcast. To see the rest of the interview, click one of the boxes on the screen. Also join Discord and Patreon to be in our community.